Hello, YouTube viewers. Today we're going to go ahead and discuss adding parameters to methods. We're going to go ahead and discuss passing one argument to a method or passing multiple arguments. So without any delay, go ahead and open Eclipse or whichever IDE you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and expand and find the folder that I want to work underneath. Right click, come to class. And for this lesson, I'm going to name our class, let me see, pay increase. Oops. Increase, if I could spell today. And then go ahead, again, last lesson, or I believe last time was lesson before that, we discussed about clicking this right here. Let's go ahead and do it. That's going to create our main method for us. Go ahead and expand this. There we go. We have everything that we need here. Okay. So we have our main method. So today what we're going to be doing is discussing methods that accept arguments. We're going to go ahead. What I want to illustrate is how we pass certain arguments to a method. So let me go ahead and create another method here. Public static, so we can just call this without creating an object. Public static, I'm gonna have this return a double. And I'm naming this method review increase. And I want, now here is where we're gonna go ahead and determine how many arguments we wanna pass to this method. Let's say for instance we're gonna start off with passing one argument. So let's say for instance we wanna just pass a double. And we'll name this, or you know what, we'll just name it A for now. And when we move on, we'll explain why we named it A. Okay, and this method is returning a double, so we need our return statement. Return new pay amounts. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a global variable here, a class variable. It's gonna be double static new. I'm gonna copy here just to save on the typing. Come up here. Okay, that was my mistake. I was putting double static, it's supposed to be static double. Okay, so now that we have our method created here, what we want to do is when we pass a double into this method, we want some type of calculation to occur. Let's say, for instance, every time we pass a double in here, we want to add a dollar to the amount. So let me see here. So we're going to take A plus, let's say $1.50. And we're going to set new pay equal to that. And then we'll come up here, SYS out, spacebar, and we're going to have this ask current pay course. Got my double quotes. So go back here and add them. Okay. So what is the current pay? And let's add a scanner. And sy system in semicolon, don't forget that. Okay, so what we have here, our main method is going to go ahead and ask the user to put in what is the current pay. Have that here. Let me create a variable to hold that value. Double pay equals user input dot next double. And when the user does that, from our main method, this is where we're going to pass the argument into the method, this method right here. Okay, so we have our current pay. Well, let's call the method first. That's the one we want, and we're going to pass current pay. We'll put our semicolon. And now by passing that current pay, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and send whatever amount that we enter here, we're going to send it down below here. And from here, it's going to have the calculation, it's going to return the new pay. And then we'll print this out. Now there's two ways we can print out because of the way we called it. I could actually, let me show you both ways. Okay. $, and we're going to concatenate, and I'm going to copy this. I don't need this, well, I'll copy it here. I'll comment this out. Oops, wrong comment right there. I'll comment that out. And so I'll show you the first way. So to reiterate what we're doing, so we created a second method besides our main method that was created for us automatically by checking that first box. And this other method we created, it has a parameter data type, which is double, and then the parameter identifier, which is a. So when we pass, whatever we pass in here is identified by the a, and down below, when we reference that a, we can do whatever we need to assign it to. Let me repeat that. So we take this a, and whatever is passed in there, we use that into our calculation to get the new payment amount. So we're passing a double into this method, and we're using that double to add $1.50 to that double, and that's how we determine a new payment. And so from the main method is where we actually call that method, and we also pass an argument through. And since we have it returning a double, we get that automatically right here. So let me run it and show you guys. Okay, save. Okay, what is the current pay? Let's say $10.25. Enter. The new pay is $11.30. That's exactly what we're expecting to see. And now you probably wondering how we get that, because by returning this double, that's how I'm able to just call the method at the same time and display it. The other way I was going to show you guys, sorry, I keep using the wrong comments. Okay, if we pass it here, and let me copy this whole, I'm cheating a little bit. So again, right here, I brought this comment back here, the review increase method. I'm passing the current pay because I received it here because I asked the user to input it, and I took their input and I'm using their input into this method down below. Enter. So the new pay is, and now I'm going to use this class variable up here. Close. Okay, save that, run it, you should get the same thing if I enter the 1025, 1130. And that's because there's two ways we could have done that. Okay, now let's say for instance, I'm gonna stop doing that. Okay, now let's say for instance we want to use the same method, but this time we want it to not just automatically give the employee a raise, we want it to rank them as well. So come down here, double, and then I'm gonna have a char as rank. So again, this is basically if the employee is meets, exceed, or whatever they may be, I'm gonna pass a rank. So comment this out. Everything's good. I'm come down here. Again, I'm gonna pass the current pay. And if you see here, these methods are the same exact name. And the reason why I can use that is because the arguments are different. Like this one's is a double. Then you have here right here, char. So this accepts a char, and this one doesn't. So you can use it, and it's smart enough to know which one you're passing. So if I come here and just add, let's say for instance this person was ranked an A. So you see here, no errors, nothing. So we're gonna take this, and this time since they're ranked A, we're gonna give them a nice bump. We're gonna give them a $5 bump. And I'll just use this line down here. Copy. Let's run that. Okay, what is current pay? $10.25. They get a nice bump up to $15.30. Okay, and again, that's where I'm passing multiple arguments within a method. And also we could do this. This. And I see we have an error message here. And I see the error message gone. Again, passing a double char, char double. Those because of the arguments being different, we can use the same exact name for all three of these methods. Now this can help by catching errors. Let's say for instance, for whatever reason you're manually inputting these in and you just only put a double in, you're covered here. Let's say for instance you put a double in a char, covered here. Let's say for instance you do a char and a double, you're still covered. Now let's say for instance this time instead of passing current pay, let's just say whatever reason we just enter well, this is not gonna work. Let me do this. Let me create a new variable, int pay equals, let's just say this is the manager right here, making 45 an hour. Let's say we want to pass this in. Here. And we're going to enter pay here. Look at that. That is accepted. Run this. New pay is $50. Okay. And that's because this, when we pass this in here, it covers that, which is being this method right here. Okay. Comment that out. So hopefully that understands. Now this week I'm gonna go ahead and have a little assignment for you guys. Definitely, again, like I said, practice makes perfect. So you definitely want to, if you can, definitely do these split activities I give at the end. This week, basically what we're going to do is you're going to have the class called end balance, excuse me. You're going to have your main method, and now within the main method, um, and this right here, I'm getting this. Let me show you. Right here. Okay, so you see like how I created 3 methods that are the same in the class. So that's basically where I'm getting at. So this is a good little illustration to show you, okay, how you need to build your class. So let's get back to it. So this week, basically what I want you to do is create a class called ending balance that has a main method and has 2 different methods. They are static, that's right here, and they're public as well. Okay, let me see it. How do I want you? So basically, what these methods is going to, what the method will do is it's going to have 2 variables within the main method. I want one to be $45 and a double amount to be 45.00. Okay, and when you pass the method through the int, I want it to multiply whatever it is by 5. And when you pass to the double right here, I want it to add $47.55. And then once you display the ending balance, okay? So that just to get an understanding of how to pass methods through and get a return from that. Kind of the same way we did it. Definitely cover that next week. So hopefully this wasn't too painful. I know I didn't want to combine the method, return types, and the arguments together. So hopefully you appreciate. Hopefully you get a chance to complete these activities, and we'll see you next week. And thank you.